NiftyNayak.com, and in this video I will be talking about 920 straddles. So I will be telling you the way how 920 straddle has to be done and whether you should be doing it or not. Okay. Frankly, I am not a fan of this 920 straddle. The reason is I did a thorough analysis of this for last 1 week and I am not at all satisfied with the results what I found. Okay. This straddle has gained traction recently because of the margin reduction. Okay. So now there is no leverage which brokers can provide you, and your margin will go down drastically if you execute hedge strategies. So now I will be telling you how 920 straddles are done, and I will tell you the problems what are there in 920 straddles. So 920 straddle is a very simple intraday strategy which people follow. So what they do is at 9:20 in the morning after market opens at 9:15. So they wait for 5 minutes for the market to settle, and wherever is the spot, they execute a short straddle. So in order to reduce the margin, they buy some deep OTM call and put options. So for example, let's say Bank Nifty opened at 37,000. So what they do, they execute, they sell one lot of 37,000 call and they sell one lot of 37,000 put. So the capital which will be required for doing this will be 2 lakhs. But if you buy, let's say 38,500 call, and on the, this is plus 1, okay, you buy this and you buy one more lot of, let's say 35,500. Okay, so some people do it with a gap of 1,500 and some people do it with the gap of 1,000, whatever, it depends on individual. So the whole intention of this strategy is, we all know that option decays as time goes. So now if Bank Nifty remains sideways for the entire day, by 3 o'clock there will be a decay in the premium and you will be able to take profit by the time decay. So now let's say you have sold this for 1,000 rupees. Okay. So the combined premium of this is 1,000. I am just taking an example. And now this will be negligible. So this will probably be 15 rupees and this will probably be 15 rupees. Okay. Again, I am just taking round figures here. Okay. So the intention of this trade is, by the end of this day, this 1,000 rupees will become 850 rupees or 900 rupees or 950 rupees, whatever. Okay. So they expect this to reduce from this to this so that they can get this difference as the profit. But yes, at the same time, even this will be reducing. But since this is negligible, the decay what happens in these two will be very less. Okay. So this is done based mainly for the purpose of margin reduction, these two trades. Okay. This and this is done mainly for the purpose of margin reduction. So this looks very simple, right? So every day morning 9:15, 9:20 you come, you sell a straddle, then by evening 3 o'clock you cover this, take the profit and go home. I wish it was so simple. This will work when markets are sideways. So if Bank Nifty moves in the range of 200 points plus or minus, let me tell you, you will get a wonderful profit. But we all know nowadays Bank Nifty is not at all a silent animal. It has become a wild animal. Nifty intraday makes a move of 150-200 points. Bank Nifty is comparatively silent nowadays compared to Nifty. Otherwise, Bank Nifty is also a wild animal where it can make a move of 500,000 points in one day, in one session. I have seen that. Forget one session, I have seen Bank Nifty moving 300-400 points in a span of 5 minutes. and in the next 5 minutes it has even fallen whatever has gone up. So in 5 minutes it has gone up 400-500 points, and in next 5 minutes it has fallen from the top to 500 points. That's how Bank Nifty is. But nowadays, when I say nowadays, from past few weeks or months, Bank Nifty has been a cool animal compared to Nifty. But when will Bank Nifty turn into a wild animal? We never know. And when again, as saying it's a cool animal doesn't mean that it will open at 37,000 and stay at 37,000 throughout the day. Yes, there are days where it has made a huge move, but nowadays it is ranging in plus or minus 500 after opening. Okay. But whereas Nifty has become a totally wild animal, every day there is a sharp move of 50-60 points, and then again it falls 50-60 points, and it's all over the places. Okay. So now you will be making profit if Bank Nifty stays in a sideways range for the next 4 or 5 hours. And when I say sideways range, if the range is between 100 to 200 points plus or minus. If it is there, then this trade you need not do any adjustment. The premiums will collapse and you can book profit by closing the trade by the end of the day around 3 o'clock or 3:50. Okay, this is the whole way how the strategy works. But now there are a lot of traders who are doing this. Even I thought of doing this, but after doing the research, I have decided not to do this. I will be telling you why. We don't know when Nifty or Bank Nifty will be sideways or trending, or will it reverse the trend. Nobody knows that. Okay, everyone can tell what has happened after 3:30. In the morning 9 o'clock, if Bank Nifty opens at 37,000, I have no idea whether it will be a trending market, whether it will keep going to 37,500, or will it fall after opening, or will it be in a sideways of 200 points. I have no idea. Okay. Yes, what I can do a lot of technical analysis, that analysis, this analysis, but in the end it is just the probability. And let me tell you, the way options work, it is not like futures. Okay. Now let me tell you why I am not a fan of this strategy. So now let's say you have taken this 37,000 call and 37,000 put. So you have collected approximately 500 premium. Okay. So now Bank Nifty starts falling. And when Bank Nifty starts falling, your call will be in profit and your put will be in loss. So let's say this will become 400. It fell after Bank Nifty falls, and this will become probably 650, right? So now what most of the traders do is, they tell that if you get a direction, you cut the loss making leg and you shift the straddle. So what they tell you is, they ask you to cut this, book the loss here, and execute 36,800 straddle. Okay, short. Okay, so they ask you to cut the loss making leg and shift the straddle. This is one adjustment which most of the traders are doing. Again, I am not a fan of this, because if there is a sudden fall, the loss what will happen here will be very huge. And this profit decay what will happen here, the theta decay or the delta, will be very less. Okay. Now in this case you have booked a loss of 50 points. Okay. See, your at the time of closing, your sold amount was at 1,000 rupees, but here it is at 1,050, where you are actually having a M2M of 50 rupees loss. Now yes, as they tell, if the trend is certain and if Nifty continues to fall, this will become 300, 250, and you will be able to make wonderful profit. But if there is a reversal, forget reversal, even if Bank Nifty stops falling and even if it gives a slight recovery, this will become 600 immediately. See, option pricing is not like futures. Okay. whereas in futures it goes in the ratio of 1:1 most of the time. So in futures, if Nifty goes up 10 points, even the Nifty futures will go up 10 points most of the time. Okay, and if even in Bank Nifty, if Bank Nifty falls 100 points, Bank Nifty futures also will fall 100 points. Whereas in options, it is seen from the point of expiry. Okay, there are many times where the Bank Nifty or Nifty has gone up, whereas the call premiums have fallen. There are many times where the Bank Nifty or Nifty index has fallen, whereas the call has gone up. Okay, if it has not gone up, it has not collapsed significantly. So options don't work in the way how futures work. It is not the ratio of 1:1. So this is one of the main reasons why I stopped doing this, and in fact I was just doing some trial and error, so I did not do this on a full-fledged manner. Okay, so the problem is, once it falls and if you take a directional call, then it is very difficult if the trend reverses again, and it is very common these days in Nifty and Bank Nifty. There are times where Bank Nifty opens with a gap up of 100 points, and by the end of the day the closing will be minus 100, 150 points. Okay, so these kind of things have happened many times, and if you are not quick in booking losses immediately, then the chances of your loss increasing will be very high. Okay, but when you make a profit, your profit will not be that good. So probably if you make 10,000 profit every day, and one wrong day can wipe out probably 2-3 lakhs of your loss. Okay, and from my experience, the loss day is not something which comes once in a month or once in a year. It keeps coming at least once or twice in a week. Okay, so that's why I felt that the risk reward in this strategy is not that much. Okay, so I don't do this. There are some people, after executing the 920 straddle, they convert that into calendar spreads. So they sell 37,000 call and put in the weekly expiry, and they buy 37,000 call and put in the monthly expiry. So they sell in the weekly and buy in the monthly expiry, and again, if VIX decreases, the premiums of the monthly expiry will fall immediately. Okay, again I even back tested that. I tried some of the strategies using that as well. Even that is not very reliable. Okay, so again I am not telling that this is a very bad strategy. If you know how to manage this, probably you can come out as a winner. But after doing a lot of research, my research study says that this is not a very reliable strategy. And frankly, I don't know anyone who has been very successful by doing only intraday trading. Okay, so if 920 straddle trading was very successful and very reliable, by now many would have been successful by using them. Again, saying that, I am not telling that this is a bad strategy. There are people who are doing this. So let us see. Even if you are planning to do this, my suggestion is start this with 1 or 2 loans. Do this consistently for probably 1 or 2 months. After that, you will get a good data, you will get a good report, then you can take a call. I hope you guys like the video. Thank you guys for watching.